Hi everyone and welcome to my live. I'm Rhonda Kelly from Rhonda's Readings, coming to you live during the day. So it's quite a bit different. I was doing my lives on Tuesday evening, but now I'm just sort of mixing up the times and the format a bit. So I've got someone watching. Hello to the person watching. So I'm coming to you in a different way. I'm coming to you on StreamYard. So with StreamYard, I'm able to broadcast to my Facebook page, Rhonda's Readings by Rhonda Kelly, and to YouTube, Rhonda's Readings at the same time, and to Twitch. So that's a bit of a gaming platform. You're probably not on Twitch, but that's okay. So I'm coming to you with my live. So basically what you can do is you can still post comments and post things, and I answer the questions in the same way. Hi, Nicole. How are you? Hi, two Nicoles, Nicole Plant and Nicole Nicoli. How are you? Yeah, I normally do my lives alone, Nicole. So you must be joining me from the radio team. I've actually left the radio team, so I'm doing my own thing again. Basically, I'm Rhonda Kelly. I'm an international clairvoyant psychic medium. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook. I've got a Facebook page, Rhonda's Readings by Rhonda Kelly, and a Facebook group, Rhonda's Readings and Rocks. But I am only broadcasting this to my page, not to my Facebook group. I also have a YouTube, Rhonda's Readings. I've taken a bit of a break this year from posting any videos, but that's going to be resuming again. So I'm doing my live back to being on my own. Hi, Samantha, welcome. So please let me know where you're watching from as well. That would be wonderful to let me know. I can see on the little icons that you're watching from Facebook land. We might have some people joining from YouTube as well. So basically this platform, StreamYard, is the way I can sort of broadcast to both so that I'm not looking at two streams. So for those of you who used to watch my old lives, I used to be broadcasting on YouTube on my laptop and Facebook on my phone. So I was constantly looking at two screens, and while I did it, I was busy because I had so many people watching that I was just kept busy with the questions. But when I actually looked back, I saw that my eyes would look like flicker looking at whichever screen I was doing. Thank you, Samantha. So you're watching from Leichhardt. Thanks for joining me. So got a few newbies. So I don't normally do lives during a day, but I am trying it. Friday afternoons actually suit me really well. Hi, Lisa from Melbourne. I grew up in Melbourne. I grew up in the southeast. So yeah, I'm based in Sydney now. I'm in the Northern Beaches. Hi, Nev. Okay, so just to let you know, with the different formats, so I'm looking at doing these lives on a Tuesday evening and a Friday afternoon. So Tuesday around 6 o'clock and Friday around this time, 12:30 or 1. So that's when I'll be doing that. Hi, Nancy from the Sunshine Coast. Beautiful, thank you. From Wallen, Melanie. Where's Wallen? Is that Wallen in Melbourne? Like near like heading towards Sydney, or is that Wallen from overseas? Not sure. So basically I'll be doing this in a few different ways. What I've actually starting to do is do a spiritual book review. So if you know me, if you've watched some of my previous my previous YouTube videos, I'm a bit of a nerd. I've got a bit of an academic background, so I like to sort of keep in touch with those analytical skills. So I do, I'm going to be doing book reviews and oracle cards reviews. So if you have any, if you're thinking about buying any oracle cards or any books, or you've read a book that's just left you astounded or you've absolutely loved it, please let me know from Facebook, or you can look on my website. My website's Rhonda's Readings by Rhonda Kelly. I've probably got that somewhere. Yeah, here's my website. So Rhonda's Readings by Rhonda Kelly. So basically, I've got a contact page there where you can contact me. So let me know if there's any book reviews you'd like me to review. It was actually quite funny. Our neighbour gave me, talking about being psychic and being spiritual. Our neighbour gave me this. I don't know whether you can see what it is, but it's actually sage. So I thought that was quite funny. I recognised the smell, but I haven't seen it like that. But I've got this for the purposes of cooking, but I've never cooked with sage before. So if anyone can tell me how to use sage, what I should cook it with, please let me know. Because the alternative is if I burn it and sage the house, but we don't have any bad spirits in the house. I don't feel a need to do that. So please let me know if there's something like sage. I find that quite funny. My neighbour doesn't know that I'm psychic, but gave it to me anyway. So any book reviews, oracle cards, or that sort of thing. I did actually just purchase a new deck, Energies of the Soul Oracle Cards by Harry T. So for those of you who follow me on Psychic TV Australia, I'm pin 9897. But I've done some lives with Harry, and he's actually done his own. So that's Harry there, if you can see him. He's actually created his own deck of oracle cards. So I will be reviewing these next week. I literally just received them and I haven't had a look at them myself yet. So that'll be the first thing that I review. But like I said, if you've got anything else you want me to review, I'm happy to do that. I also found it's quite funny. I had just one of the little books. I'm sorting out through my book. So authors that I like, I've just got examples of things that I like. I'm reading up on past lives at the moment. So I've got some books by Brian Weiss. He's quite an interesting guy. So that's kind of what I'm interested in at the moment. But I also love the past lives books by Paul Williamson. So if you're interested in past lives, I'll be reviewing these books as well. I've read the Brian Weiss ones, not that Paul Williamson one, but I have read Ilsa. That was a beautiful book. So yeah, that's going to be part of my lives. So let me know if there's anything you want me to review or do a book review on, or something that you've loved or hated, or something that you've read and you can't sort of put your finger on, or any spiritual questions that come from that and you don't know. I mean, I've never died, so I don't have all the answers, but I've done a lot of reading myself, and through the readings I've done thousands of readings. I do feel like I'm getting more clarity about things, and then I sort of jump another level and I have lots more questions myself. So that's an interesting thing. Another thing that's going on, I have if you came to my psychic fair in DY in April, I host psychic fairs called Ocean Wings, Psychic and Spiritual Fairs. So obviously I'm based in Sydney, so it looks like someone's in Freshwater. Beautiful. So I'm based in Sydney and we've got lockdown and we can't actually attend any venues where there's a crowd. So I've had to unfortunately cancel my psychic fairs for the rest of the year. I've just taken that stance of doing it for the rest of the year. So what I'm going to be doing instead are virtual reading rooms. So what you can expect there is you can book a 15 or 30-minute reading, and I'll be doing readings myself during the fair. You can also contact me directly if you want to book a reading. But basically, I have a lot of readers from my psychic fair in April, but I've also got some talented new people. So it's actually quite exciting. And I do test read all the readers. So I get the readers to read me first. So that's my guarantee that they're good quality readers. And you really pick a reader that resonates with you. But anyway, my first Ocean Wings virtual reading room is going to be Thursday 26th to Sunday the 26th of September between the hours of 10 to 7. What I'm also going to be doing with these broadcasts is introducing readers. So I did actually have one booked to come and meet you today, but unfortunately she's having internet issues, networking issues today. So she's going to join me next week. But I'll just be introducing one at a time, and I'll get those readers to do sample readings. So you can actually see which reader resonates with you, which, if you like the way that they read, then you can book a reading with them. So that's for the Ocean Wings virtual reading room on 23rd to the 26th of September it is. So that's coming up next month, basically. So that's sort of all my news. So feel free to look at my website, rhondasreadings.com, and I've got my tour dates, contact details, information about that. And once I have a reader come on and introduce themselves for the virtual reading room. After they do that, then I'll share the booking link on social media, so you'll be able to book with them if they resonate with you. So I'm just going to have a look at the comments. So thank you for letting me know where you're from. So Samantha from Leichhardt in Sydney. Another person from Melbourne. Who else we got? Mount Druitt in Sydney. So Samantha swims over freshwater. So yeah, I'm near freshwater. I'm just a suburb over. Okay, so I might start answering some psychic questions. Okay, so let me have a look. And what I'll also be doing, Nicole from Montreal, that's right. So beautiful, thank you. Yeah, beautiful, Karen. So you'd love a review of the Paul Williamson book. I can comment on Paul's book, Ilsa, ILSA. It is. I'll just actually type it. So ILSA. It was absolutely beautiful. It was a book that he wrote from his own past life regression, past life regression, and it's based on a Celtic leader, and she only lived till like her 50s or something, but her life is quite profound. And I, as I read it, I felt sort of goosebumps. Like I felt like, I mean, I wasn't there at the time, and I don't know whether it was sort of fact or fictional, but I felt like I was kind of living it, and that's unusual for me to sort of have that, like to actually feel, because when I study or when I do my scientific things, my intuitive side switches off, so I have one side and the other. But I actually felt quite emotional when I read the book, so I found that quite profound. And it was actually a beautiful book to read. It was a really beautiful sort of a natural book that, like, she was actually a really nice person, and it was talking about energy and, you know, do good onto others. So it was just a beautiful sentiment to it. Yeah, so Lisa, I'll be reviewing Harry's cards next week because I haven't opened them yet. So I will be doing that. But yeah, so that's the Paul Williamson book I've read. He's also written books on the division, and there's another one, but basically looking at sort of like consciousness in the world. Some people are aware, some people are not, and what we're sort of doing to the planet. So it's really, yeah, really quite interesting. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Karen. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, so stay tuned. I will be reviewing those. I also had, speaking of so has anyone got any ideas of what I can do to cook with sage? Please let me know. I did actually find just a little cheat book that I found. It's probably a Lifeline book fair in the Northern Beaches or something, but it's my how to turn your ex-boyfriend into a toad and other spells. So it's a bit of fun, but it's sort of looking at spells. So I even looked in this book, like you look at the spells and you can look at the ingredients. So I even looked at that, and I couldn't find one that had sage in it. And I thought, you're kidding me. I thought, surely, you know, anything to do with witchcraft would use sage in spells, but I couldn't actually find it. But not that I want to turn anyone into a toad or, you know, like there's a simply irresistible spell, a kiss me quick spell, romance spell, the marry me spell. Well, I'm already happily married, so I don't need those. But like hot up your sex life spell, I thought that was just hilarious, and that didn't even have sage in it. So there you go. But it does need a party mask, so I don't know how that works. But anyway, so I thought that book was really funny. Okay, so let me get to some questions now. Oh, okay. Lisa's written, apparently sage is good in a bath when having a soak. Yeah, that's that would be awesome if I had a bath. Yeah, okay. My guides are giving me a tick to that. Yeah, burn sage. But that's right. You just burn sage. But my neighbour gave it to me for a purpose of cooking, and I kind of thought, well, that would be kind of nice to know what to do with it. Hi, Lenny. How are you? Heard about burnt butter and sage sauce. Oh, yeah, that's actually an idea. Yeah, try sage in melted butter. Actually, so we've got some steak, so that's might be a good idea. We sort of Do you reckon just sort of like chop it up or crush it and mix it with butter? Or like have a sage sauce? That would be interesting. Oh, okay. And Nicole has, with books, Nancy has said a book by Eric Pearl called The Reconnection, Heal Yourself and Others. Beautiful. I've also got some tapes for, what's it called? So I'm just gonna show that comment. Yeah, I've also got some audio CDs from Louise Hay, like about letting go of anger and healing your life, that sort of thing. So I've got an interest in that, and I should have actually documented books I've read, but I sort of remember them as I'm talking about something else. So when I do my book reviews, I'll probably be a bit scatty with, say, this book reminds me of this, or this book reminds me of that. Okay. All right, so I'll start answering some questions now. So it's really nice for me that I've actually got some. I've basically got all the comments in one screen rather than looking at, Facebook and YouTube at the same time. Okay, so I'll start answering some psychic questions. Nav has asked from YouTube, hello, will Aman text me for my birthday in September on the 10th? I feel like he'll text you before it, actually. There's something a bit impatient about Aman. I feel like he'll sort of text you, or he'll say something, he'll ask you a question, but then he'll say that he's busy. There's something a bit impatient about him, I feel. Yeah, but I do feel like he'll text you before your birthday. Oh, thank you. So Nancy's from the Sunshine Coast. I was just in Queensland in June, actually. I went up for the Brisbane Mind, Body, Spirit Festival. Got postponed, so I stayed there. And then it got cancelled. So I madly sort of, and with the Mind, Body, Spirit festivals, you have a portal on the website so people can contact you and pre-book. So I madly had to do my pre-bookings before I left Queensland because I thought I want to honour them. I can still do it face-to-face. So I did my bookings. But I'm planning Brisbane next year. I believe it's February. So on my tour dates on my website, Rhonda's Readings, I think I've got Sydney in November, and I've got Brisbane in February, and then so I've got Melbourne in November. Sydney's been cancelled this year, and then I've got Melbourne, and then I've got Brisbane and Sydney again next year. Okay. All right, thank you. Elijah, I'm well, thanks. Yeah, it has been a long time, TD. I'm really well, thanks. Okay, so I've got another question. Ruby has asked, hi, will I get a full-time job by the end of 2021? I feel like you will, actually, but I feel like it's not going to be offered as a full-time job. I feel like it'll be sort of a part-time, or there's kind of a bit of hesitation about that energy. So I feel like it's worth applying for jobs even if they're not full-time, because I am feeling that you're going to sort of make a connection and then be offered full-time work rather than apply for a full-time work. Yeah, so that's what I'm feeling. So thank you, Ruby. Oh, and thank you so much, everyone, for all their validations as well. I do get people text me and message me with validations. I really appreciate that. And I'm happy to put any validations on my website as well. So thank you. All right, so Elijah Imani has asked, can you tell me what my guides want me to know? Thank you. God bless you, Rhonda. Okay, I actually feel like you are quite spiritually aware, and I feel like you even know the names of your guides. And I am seeing clairvoyance with you. You get a lot of signs and synchronicities, like you actually see it. So you're getting messages clairvoyantly is what I feel, Elijah. That's what I'm feeling. There's a younger male around you. I'm feeling like you can't be too hasty in making decisions about him. I don't feel like it's your son, but I feel like it's a family connection. So I'm feeling a bit of hesitation, and I've got a sore left foot tuning in to that younger man's energy. And it might even be sort of like just reaching adulthood, like a teenager just reaching adulthood. I feel like you need to let him fly. Like there's a bit of, there's sort of the energy that he's a bit held back, or you're like you or people around him are wanting to impose what they want on him. So I do feel like you've got to let that go a bit. I feel like your guides are sort of saying there's a bit of trust in that situation, is what I'm feeling. All right, thank you, Elijah. All right, so TD has said, how is Ed feeling since his girlfriend last messaged me and I blocked him? Yeah, I'm feeling pissed off. that's the answer. Just really kind of like going to tell you off for it is what I'm feeling. That's okay. So, that's okay, Karen. You don't know any sage recipes. I think I've worked out. Oh, Tina's watching from Budgewoi. Hi, on the Central Coast. I think I worked out that I'm going to melt the sage in butter and have it on a steak, kind of thing. So I'll send a photo of my sage butter. It might not look picture quality. If you've seen my Rhonda's recipes playlist on Rhonda's readings, you'll know that I don't like. I like cooking, and everything turns out really edible and really enjoyable, but it doesn't always look restaurant quality presentation wise. So, but anyway, I'll post a photo on Facebook after I've done that. Okay. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, Karen. Yeah, so Karen, it is a shame that I've cancelled my fairs for the rest of the year, but I really am looking forward to doing my virtual fairs. So, in case you missed that, that's my thing. But it's actually the 23rd to the 26th, not the 26th to the 26th. Okay, so and as I said at the start of the broadcast, I'll be introducing the readers up until the fair, basically. So for the next month, I did have someone booked today, but she's had internet issues, but she'll be joining me next week. Okay. And everyone, if you can, so thanks for letting me know where you're watching from. If you can let me know what times you prefer for me to do my lives, because I am redoing these after taking a little break. And I'm looking at doing it Friday afternoon and Tuesday evening, but let me know what you think of that. Okay, yeah. So Lisa, definitely let you know what I think of Harry's cards. That's that review's coming up. Okay, so we've got a question from Melanie. Am I able to get a general reading, please? Helping my dad has any messages from the spirit world. Oh, hoping my dad has any messages from the spirit world. Yeah, I'm just. This is what a spirit does to me. It plays tricks with my writing and the way I speak when that's the message, because it does feel like you helped your dad a lot, and I feel like he's really grateful for that, Melanie. I'm feeling like you went above and beyond. I know it's your dad, but it feels like, it almost feels like your family, you think independently, or you had to act independently to make sure he got what he needed, is what I'm feeling. So yeah, your dad is saying there's a bit of a karmic return for you in support, because at the moment it feels like you're not supported, and I feel a bit agitated tuning into energy, like I want to jump around and I want to talk quickly. So he's shown you how much you are loved and how much you are supported as a bit of a karmic return to you for what you did for him. And I'm also being told that you won't have the stomach upsets after you've done that. So it's kind of like going to put your stomach and put your mind at ease, is what I'm feeling. But he's definitely around you. Your dad moves things, is what I feel. I don't know what happened with his right toe, but my right big toe is absolutely killing me tuning into your dad's energy. So don't know what's going on with my toes for readings. And same with, I did readings on another platform this morning, and I was getting a lot of messages through my feet. So that's what I'm feeling. And something about the movement, Melanie, there's no need to, like, pace yourself with the movement. There's no need to move as quickly or as sort of make the move as big as what people say. Like, I just feel like do it in your own time. So thanks for that, Melanie. Okay. So just having a look. Oh, thank you, Melanie. So you've given me, yeah, having to do everything independently. Beautiful. Thank you. Oh, wow. Okay, he had gangrene in his right toe. Okay. Wow. I mean, that's absolutely awful that he had that, but thank you so much for validating that, because um, it was a real um, it almost felt like someone was shoving a pin in my toe, but someone was also burning my toe. Um, like when you touch something and it's so cold that it feels like it's burning. It felt like that. Like I couldn't work out exactly what it was, but so that's actually in all thousands of readings. That's actually never come up for me, Melanie. I've never felt what gangrene is like. So thank you for letting me experience that. So if I feel that again, I'll have an idea of that. That's in my that's what I'm picking up on. So thank you for that. Okay, so I've got some feedback from Jennifer about preferred times. She's in Sydney, so Friday afternoon and Tuesday evening sound good. Found a sexual charisma spell with sage, but perhaps not needed. As you're happily married, that's right. Thank you. I think I'll stick with my since we literally have steaks in a fridge. I think I'll literally make butter and sage because that's what I kind of do. Like I'll make like I'll add what's that? I'll add garlic to butter, or I'll add garlic and cheese anyway. So it's kind of just like a green garlic. So I'll do that. Thank you so much. All right. And what do you think of this book? I mean, it was just a really cheap thing I got for fun, but it's just funny. It's not. And with spells and with people saying, like, sometimes I do readings and people say, have I got a curse, have I got a spell on me, and the answer's I feel no. Like I feel like you have more control of that sort of thing than you realize. You shouldn't have a psychic reading or speak to a psychic and feel like you're obligated to them, or you need to speak to them or keep seeing them because they're lifting a curse, or you have to pay. So please be careful about anyone trying to put a negative intention on you. Like, just don't allow it. Like, even just say to them, I don't believe you, I'm not cursed, I'm not, like, and literally sort of like block them, use your protections or use your intentions to put a positive intention. So, and you can actually anyone who is sort of unethical in readings or tries to make you feel like you're obligated or they're the only psychic or that sort of thing, you can actually report them to the Australian Spiritual Alliance. So it's, if you look at info.spiritual.org.au, I believe it is. So I'm the secretary of the ASA, and we are looking at, making sure there's ethical readers. But just you can actually report that if you find that there's a reader that is unethical, basically. Oh, beautiful. So Lenny's from Grenfell on the Central Coast. Wonderful. So we've got Lenny D, clever psychic medium Lenny D. He's going to be joining us in the virtual reading room on the 23rd to the 26th of September. So Lenny will be one of the readers as well, and I'll get Lenny to come for one of these and hopefully do some readings, and you can see what he's like. And if Lenny resonates with you, then you can book a reading with him at my Ocean Wings virtual reading room, basically. Okay. All right. And another, Elijah has said thank you, and yes, talking about your younger brother is what I feel. Oh, and thank you. Yeah. Okay. So Lenny's told me off for talking about food. So I hope hopefully you've had lunch. Okay. Yeah. So feel free to like and share this stream as well, and let people know when I'm going to be live. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing, sage in melted butter. Okay, now I've missed my cue of where I'm doing readings, but it is just, there's no guarantee of having a reading. I'm just going to do a reading if I'm drawn to you. And I'm just going to post this one because I love a compliment. So I don't even need a spell book to be beautiful. Oh, actually, I just saw a lucky lottery spell, so that's pretty cool. Yeah. Okay. All right. So All right. So Jennifer has said would love a reading. Okay, so she's looking in a Wicca spell book. All right. So I hope I don't get any messages telling me not to talk negatively about spells or anything like that. This is all in fun. So if you have other beliefs, that's completely fine. All right. So reading for Jennifer. Well, you have a lot of psychic gifts, Jennifer. I feel like you. I'm just feeling like your abilities are not. You haven't quite discovered them yet. I'm feeling like they're untouched. And I do feel like, I mean, there's value in having lessons, and I used to have lessons with Lenny with Florence King. So there's value in learning psychic development, going to lessons, but there's something about you that is a bit more sort of independent thinking, Jennifer. So I actually feel like you're better suited to learning independently, like reading something and then doing something, and you're very tactile as well. So there's something Jennifer about you, like there's value in you, you kind of doing things independently. So I feel like with you, Jennifer, there's if you're going to do things collaboratively, step away from it. And I'm also feeling there's a bit of a warning there if someone's planning a business with you in a spiritual setting, like you don't necessarily it's like you don't need anyone is what I'm feeling. So I'm just saying you sort of being independently is more sort of strength and more power in you doing that. So I don't know what that's really strange, because I keep seeing you alone and I'm like putting your hands out saying to people stop. So don't know what that's going on. Do you read palms as well? Because I'm being told that you can read palms. So that's a bit interesting. All right, so thank you, Jennifer. Okay, so still looking at for questions. So yeah, still looking at questions. So you can find me on my website, rhondasreadings.com. I have actually got reduced readings for COVID as well. So if you look at the shop tab, they are reduced due to COVID, basically. So Lenny has asked, any messages from my mum's parents? I'm feeling acknowledgement for you, Lenny. Yeah, it's kind of like it's acknowledgement for their part in things, and also with your mum, it's like your mum is more or has been more in control or had more awareness of things than you've realized. So there's a bit of a and that's an interesting one, because that's come up in readings with me about my mum, and I also feel like you're ready to hear that as well. I'm feeling like you're not going to hear what you want to hear, but it's kind of like you've healed to a point where you're ready to hear what you need to hear, is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a tightness in the chest and difficulty breathing. I feel around both of them, actually, both your mum's parents. And I'm getting a really sore left lower leg and foot. I feel like the left foot bones are broken, and I feel like that's in your mum's dad's energy. It's more of a masculine energy. Yeah, I'm just feeling your grandparents are just sort of very stern and very not cold, but just yeah, very very stern and rigid in how things were. And it's kind of like what you're going through right now is they wouldn't have known sort of what to do, kind of thing, because they weren't used to talking. But what they're saying now is now they're on the other side, they're listening, and you can talk to them, and I feel like you see them as well, but when you talk they listen. And I'm actually seeing you sort of being rubbed on your back, like I'm feeling like they're energetically, like I feel like you feel warmness when they're rubbing your back. That's where I'm feeling. Yeah, so bit of an interesting one, Lenny, but there's a lot of support and love for you, really. There really is. And I feel like there's another dog coming your way as well, other than Lucky. I'm being shown like a yin and yang, like the dog's a complete opposite. So I feel like there's going to be a dog hanging around that dog, or there's just going to be a dog that just turns up and you think, well, where on earth did that come from? And it's like it sort of turns up and it goes away and it comes back and it's always happy. So yeah, that's really interesting, Lenny. Thank you for that. Okay, so Karen has asked, any insight for work and study, please, Rhonda? Okay, there's a lot of movement around both of those. And I'm seeing a lot of parallels with them as well. But by parallel, I don't mean it's going to be exactly the same, because you are going to deviate. But at the moment, it's running the course alongside each other, is what I'm feeling. And I'm also feeling that when work is not important, there's something about, I feel like study is going to be more like increasingly important. And it's almost like work is sometimes important, but then it's not. And I feel like go by how you're feeling and how it flows. So if it feels like it doesn't need to be your focus, then just focus on what is going on around study. So there's a few decisions coming up. I'm actually drawn to October, November for the decisions, and then again in February, March. And it's kind of like that's when you're going to have breakthroughs around study and things around work are going to change. So interesting, Karen. I feel like you're, even in 6 months' time, it's almost like things will be quite different for you, but different in a better way. Thank you for that. Okay, so Aaron has said, other books that I'm reading lately actually helping my development? Can you suggest anything to develop my spirituality? I can suggest playing psychic games with yourself. Like literally write down all the clairs, practice the ones that you're good at, just to get that confidence, but also practice the other things. So on my YouTube channel, Rhonda's Teachers, I do photograph readings, I do coffee cup readings, tasseography. So I do readings, I do psychic readings that are different. So basically, with like oracle cards and that, you don't. I can do readings without the cards, but the cards are good. So as in, there's when you look at a card, there's pictures, there's writing, there's usually numbers. So have a think about, Aaron, how you receive messages. So if you are someone that takes notice of numbers, then, if you're trying to do a reading for someone and you just blank, you're not getting anything, just look at them and have a number that comes to mind. And once you do that, I guarantee the information will flow. Whereas if you're more aimed at colors, think of a color or think of an animal, like sort of use the way you connect to your advantage. So that's kind of what you got to do, sort of to build your confidence up. And then with my YouTube vlogs, it's basically trying out different things to actually practice. So basically being psychic is a skill that a lot of people have, and to fine tune clairvoyance, clairsentience, you can actually play those games to fine tune them. But you can go a step further and actually apply that to reading an object like a coffee cup rather than a person. So there's value in trying it just to get confident, and also not to limit yourself, because any psychic should have the attitude that they're still learning and they're still developing. If someone has the attitude that they know everything and they've done X many readings and they're the best psychic or the most accurate psychic, that's really arrogant. It's really cocky. So always be humble and receptive to learn is what I feel. So hopefully that helps, Aaron. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Jennifer said, my reading from you a few weeks ago was amazing, so healing. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Beautiful. I'm happy to have helped. All right. Hoping for some guidance is feeling stuck. Yeah, and that's an image I've got of you, Jennifer, in quicksand. I'm feeling though like I'm seeing you looking, and I'm seeing you seeing the rope and just reaching for it. Once you touch it, you're out of the quicksand. So it's like you've got the tools already in you to just be able to get yourself out of this situation. So yeah, I'm just feeling like you've got more choices than you realize right now. I've got a taste in my mouth. I'm feeling like you're a bit anemic or something. Like there's something. I've got a metallic taste in my mouth. So, it actually feels like you're lacking a bit, and I'm also getting cramps in my legs. So I'm feeling like you're. I wouldn't say run down, but you're sort of low in nutrients is what I'm feeling. So it's worthwhile getting a medical checkup and doing that. And obviously with a psychic reading, I'm not giving legal or medical advice. I'm just tuning into your energy. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just tuning into your energy, and that's more of a warning to go and do something to help yourself to do that. So yeah, I'm feeling that. I'm also drawn to acupuncture with you, and that's a strange one for me. But I'm feeling like acupuncture will help. I'm feeling like I'm being also told, Jennifer, that you're speaking the truth. So I don't know what that's about because I'm seeing a lot of people around. I'm not seeing any person in particular, but and I'm not feeling a lot of conflict with you, but perhaps that's something that's coming. But I'm feeling like you're speaking the truth in this matter. So keep speaking your truth, and um, I'm talking to your guides, and I'm being told that you're going to be getting clarity in your dreams. So just pay attention to your dreams. If you're having a dream of doing a particular thing to get yourself away from this situation, actually try it, because I feel like your guides are giving you clear guidance about that, Jennifer. But thank you so much for that, and sending you COVID-free virtual hugs. Thank you. Yeah, that's right, Aaron. Don't worry about the restaurant quality; it ends up the same way. So yeah, but I will post on Facebook a photo of my butter melted sage. Okay. All right. So just doing a few more. So Nancy has asked, "Is there a message from my dad today? Thank you." Oh wow, tuning into your dad's energies. He's got a very gentle, a beautiful, soft energy. And he's laughing about me saying that. So I feel like he was perhaps sort of physically a bigger person and was like a gentle giant. Like he was quite a gentle person. There's a lot of love for you. It's really he plays with your hair, but he does it, and I feel like he used to either make fun of your hairstyles or he always had something to say about your hair, is what I feel. And who's the man around you? I'm seeing a man, and I'm seeing these two fingers. I'm actually feeling like he's got bruised fingernails. So whoever that man is around you, your dad is saying that he's looking out for him, because he needs a bit of TLC at the moment. So he's a bit like your dad was in, perhaps a bit, comes across sort of stronger or tougher than he is. He's like, there's a bit more of a gentle nature, is what I'm feeling. But yeah, there's a lot of love there and a lot of support, and he's always looking out for you. But he doesn't feel the need to give you any guidance because he doesn't feel that you need it. Because he's nothing happens in your life, Nancy, that you can't handle, is what he's saying, because you're very strong. So thank you for that, Nancy. Okay, so this is Nicole from Canada. I sent a letter from my heart to my best friend. I've got no reply. Not even sure if she read it. Please, any messages? Okay, wow. I'm actually feeling like she didn't read it. That's interesting, Nicole. I feel like she's aware of it. Like I see the letter in her hand, but I'm feeling like she's not opening it. It's like I actually feel like when she reads it, she's going to be emotional. But I'm feeling like she's pacing herself, like she's not reading it until she can sort of be in private or can have a bit of a cry to herself, is what I'm feeling. Yeah, so that's what I'm feeling. So just be patient is the message. I feel like she will read it, and I feel like there will be a response to you. Like I'm seeing you both kind of crying together. I feel like you're both like it feels like misunderstanding is too sort of gentle a word. It's almost like it's, yeah, I'm just feeling like there will be an understanding once she's read it and contacts you, and I feel like you'll both cry together. So thanks for sharing that, Nicole. That was very personal of you. Okay. Oh, so Karen said the times are fine for her. Wonderful. Okay, let me so we've got Samantha. Samantha said, "Can you tell me who's got the sore throat? My throat's suddenly killing me around sort of Nicole, TD, Karen, Jennifer." Yeah, I just had my throat was just killing me, so I don't know who's got that. So Samantha has asked, "Can you tell me when I'll meet my future love relationship anytime soon, please?" So I do actually have. I've been going through my cards and I've got some soulmate cards, so I'm going to pull one of those because I'm not actually getting anything for you, Samantha. So that's telling me that it's not the right time. Like I feel like there's other things you should be thinking about or investing your time in right now. And I feel like I've got a bit of a stomach upset. Like there's something, Samantha, that you're not digesting properly. So I don't know what that means to you. Like I suddenly feel sort of a bit sick tuning into your energy around your anxieties about finding your future love. Okay, so this is the soulmate card I got for you. Love overcomes all obstacles. A change in attitude is all it takes to turn things around. Trust in love's power. It will transform you and the one you love. All will soon clear. So there's a bit of clearing, and as I'm saying that, my throat's sort of closing up. Like there's a bit of release I feel from you, almost like an acknowledgement and a release of pain before you allow that love to come in. And I feel like that sort of needs to happen first, but I'm also feeling like an anxiety or a busyness around you, like that needs to come to completion before welcoming in a relationship. And I feel like that is not around a relationship, but that's freeing your energy and clearing your mind to allow that love to come in. So thank you, Samantha. Oh, thank you for that, TD. Okay. All right, beautiful. So I've just jumped the screen. Okay, and also Melanie with the one I connected with a gangrene on his toe. You're on point with doing everything independently. So thank you for that. Okay, so Lisa has asked, "Hi Rhonda, my son signed a new employment agency yesterday. Do you feel he will gain employment faster with a new agency, or is it just hot air they are promising?" I do actually feel like that there's going to be employment through that agency. But I'm feeling like your son still has to be a bit proactive with that, Lisa. So he does actually need to kind of like phone or follow that up. Like if they say, "Okay, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z," actually, if they've done X, then contact them and say, "Have you done Y and Z? Like, when can I?" And give them a time frame saying, "Well, I'll hear from you by the end of the week," or whatever that is. So I do feel like it's going to help, but I'm still feeling that your son's going to be a bit involved in that process. So thank you for that. Thank you, Karen. Oh, thank you, Lenny. Yeah, I'm a Florence groupie. I love Florence King. She was actually on Sunrise last week. If you follow her on Facebook. Yeah, okay. So Jennifer, not aware of psychic abilities, but think of developing my spiritual awareness. Beautiful. I feel like as you do that, you will be aware that you're getting information. So in terms of psychic abilities, it's the ability to see, hear, feel, smell, taste, or just know something that the next person wouldn't necessarily know or sense. So that's what I'm feeling. It's a bit more, a bit sharper with you is what I'm feeling. So, and that's okay. You can use it, just to trust your intuition and in work and life and decisions, or you can develop them further. But I do feel like you've got that ability to do that. Okay. All right. So I've actually So Karen has said, thank you, Rhonda. I'm focused more on study than work at the moment. Yeah, beautiful. That's what I feel, and it's and that's going to continue for a while, I feel, Karen. Oh, thank you, Aaron. Thanks for that. Yeah, so please share and like. Okay. All right. So I'll be on for another sort of few minutes. Samantha has said, I see 44 everywhere. What does that mean for me? I'm feeling take action. I don't have the numbers in front of me. I mean, there are sort of angel numbers when you see sort of like 2s and 3s. I'm feeling like the 4 is. I'm seeing. I'm being told tactile, and I'm feeling like I want to touch things. I'm feeling like you need to like touch and start taking action around that. That's what it feels like. And it's definitely, signs and synchronicities from spirit. I've done a vlog on that, but it's basically if you see something repeatingly, or you hear it, or you cloud formation or number plate, or you hear a song on the radio. If you hear a song repeating, actually Google the lyrics, because there's something in the lyrics that you're meant to hear. But yeah, I'm feeling that it's about taking action. And you can ask your guides for clarity on that. Should I take action on this, or should I take action on that? Because as I said, that I got shown 2. So I feel like while you're hearing this reading, you're thinking, is it taking action in this or that? So just ask your guides for the clarity on that. But I do feel it's the second one. So whatever you've just asked yourself, is it this or this? It's the second one, I feel. Thank you. Okay, so Lenny has commented, cards are really good for those who are starting with the basics of their own psychic skills. Once you start using your cards, you may find that you'll gradually gravitate away from your cards as your skills expand. Yeah, absolutely. I kind of did the opposite, Lenny. I get what you're saying. I never used any tools at all. I used to work with someone on his stalls at the MBS, and he told me I needed to start using cards because people who pay for a reading like to see the cards in front of them. So I started doing that. And then but it was quite funny. Like I'd literally, and it was usually these cards that I'd have, the color oracle. So these are that's these cards. And I'd literally sort of like, I'd hand it over to them, shuffle the cards, and then I would find I'd do the reading almost at the end of the reading and realize I hadn't looked at the cards. So, but yeah, certainly from the cards point of view, for me, it is great to practice your clairvoyance. So if you get messages from seeing, then the idea is that you look at the imagery on the card and you get more information coming. So that's a good way of doing that. Okay, so in case you missed it, I've got a Ocean Wings virtual reading room coming up, 23rd to the 26th of September from 10 to 7. So we're going to have lots of readers, probably about a dozen readers, many readers from my psychic fair in April in DY, but also some new psychic readers, and I will be introducing them as I'm doing the live. So the one that was going to join me today is going to be joining me next week. Oh, okay, thank you. So Karen's throat is fine. So it's Nicole's. Nicole has a sore throat. So thank you for that. So when I looked at those 3 or 4 names I read out as I was reading that, my throat just suddenly hurt. So I felt that was with someone. Okay, so I'll just here for about another 5 minutes. Oh, hello, Linda. How are you? Hello, lovely. Good to see you again. So Linda's another student from Florence's classes. So I was telling everyone, Linda, that Florence was on Sunrise last week. So unfortunately, I don't have TV reception, so I completely missed it. But anyway, that's my bad. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Rhonda Kelly. My business name is Rhonda's Readings. My website's rhondasreadings.com, flashing across. If you look on the contacts page of that website, you can see how to connect with me. I do private readings, and they are discounted due to COVID at the moment. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Linda. And I am, stay tuned, particularly if you're not following me on Facebook. So Rhonda's Readings by Rhonda Kelly. Please follow that. Please share this video, all the rest of it. But if you follow me, I'll be announcing details about my virtual reading room coming up. Oh, thank you, Karen. Thanks, my pleasure. Hi, Anne-Marie. Okay. All right. So, I did have one more. I'm going to be doing one more reading for today. So I'll be looking at doing the Tuesday evening at 6 o'clock and Friday lunchtime at sort of 12 or 1 o'clock. So stay tuned for when I announce that. So thank you everyone for watching. I'm just doing one last reading for Rebecca. So hi there. I'm in total crisis and feel there's no way out. Feel I'm going crazy. I'm given no help. What do you see for me? I am actually feeling like you've got support around you, Rebecca. Like more than you realise. But I'm actually feeling like you're not sort of letting it in. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. And my ear is killing me. I'm feeling like you've got a lot of ear pain and getting a lot of headaches. So I'm actually feeling like you're unwell at the moment as well. But I'm feeling like I'm getting a sore ear because you are being told, like someone is speaking to you, offering help. And, you know, if you're sort of not, if you're not aware of, because I just got told that, like, you might not be aware of that. So, you know, it's worthwhile talking to your GP and getting, or calling Lifeline or getting some help, because I'm feeling like just take one step at a time and sort one thing out before the other is what I'm feeling. And it's really difficult times during COVID because everyone's struggling. Like, a lot of people losing their business. So it is quite, there's quite a lot going on. But I am feeling like, yeah, so I do feel like you've got help around you, Rebecca. Just listen to it and be receptive when you hear that. Say, yes, you can do this for me. So there's kind of a feeling of you don't need to do everything is what I'm feeling. And I'm seeing you talking and getting help as well. And I'm seeing from the talk, from the listening, from the talking, I'm seeing like other hands coming in to help you is what I'm getting. So thank you for that, Rebecca, and sending you hugs as well. Okay. So it looks like everyone. So yeah, so if you're a psychic and you'd like to join my virtual reading room at the end of September, please let me know. I've got people already on board, but I'm happy to take others because some of the people are only available sort of for a couple hours of the day. So I'm welcoming new people as well. So please let me know if you'd like to be a part of my event. And for people wanting to have psychic readings, I will be introducing the readers during my live broadcasts. I hope you like this new format with StreamYard. It's my way of being able to broadcast on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch at the same time. So I'm not looking in two different screens. I'm just literally looking on the one screen. And it's my first time doing it, so it seems like it's okay. But thank you so much to everyone for watching and for liking and sharing, especially Lenny. You always come and watch and share this, so I really appreciate that. But thank you so much, everyone, and I'll see you next Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. Thank you. Bye.